Good morning, students. Today we are here to learn the coding with Scratch. So, first of all, what is Scratch? Scratch is the programming language through which you can program, but the Scratch is a visual programming language that allow the students to create their own ideas. They can create stories, they can create a beautiful games using this programming language, that is Scratch. So today here we are going to develop a game in Scratch that name is Hungry Shark game. So let's start with the Scratch. Okay students, so now you have to open a Google Chrome or any web browser to open this programming. So first of all, you have to search for Scratch in your Google Chrome or in Google search engine. So here this is the first website page of Scratch. So first of all, you have to log in with your account. So on this, I have already logged in with my account. So first you have to create your account on this website. After that, you have to click on create button. So before going to create an animation or create a game, first I'll display the games that I have developed using this website. So open. So this is the game that I have already designed. So after this session, you all are also able to design a game in this website or using the Scratch programming language. Click on this button to start playing. So here is a shark that is moving along with my finger and catch the fish. And you can also check, here is scope. So I'll just open it in large screen. So there are so many fishes on the sea and there is shark that is eating the fishes. And when it's touch this crab and the score is 0. So after this session, you all are able to develop the game like this using the Scratch programming language. Students, so now we will learn how to create that game, that is Hungry Shark, that is eat the fishes in the sea. So first of all, you have to click on create button and then you will navigate to this window. So here on the right hand side, we have all the controls, so which we can use in our programming. So here this one area is for the stage area. There we will write the code for our sprite. So this cat is named as a sprite in this Scratch. So for these animations, we will write the code on this stage, and when we click on this play button, so that code will execute. So today we are going to develop a game Hungry Shark. So for that we need a shark. But here is a cat. So first we have to delete it. To delete this cat, we have to click on this delete button to delete it. Now we have to add the Shark Sprite on this stage. So for click on that button, search for shark. So this is the sprite area from where you can search for the different sprites which you can add in your programming. So first of all, we have to search for shark. So click on search button and type shark. So this is the shark 2 which we are going to add in our programming. So as you can see that it's added. After adding the shark, so here this shark is added into the stage. So now we are going to code for this shark. So first of all, we have to go to the code control event. So means when we click on this play button, so this shark will start work. So you can check that, click on motion. So we add this with this. So we have added the code. When we click on this shark, so it moves 10 steps. So when we click, so it moves 10 steps. So this is our shark. So when we click on this play button, so this shark will move 10 steps. So every time when you click on play button, it moves 10 steps to the right hand side. So you can increase the steps, for example 100, and now when you click on this button, so it's move 100 steps. Okay, now we will write the code for this shark. So when we move our mouse pointer around this shark, so the same, this will also move around our finger or around along with our mouse pointer. So first of all, we have added this code. When clicked, it start playing. So I'll reduce the size of this shark to 50%. Now we have to write the code, means whenever we move our finger or when we touch the screen, so it's move around with touch. So that is the again and again, means the repetition of code. So for that we will use this forever code. So this shark will move as along with our finger again and again. So now it will move towards our pointer, that is a mouse pointer. So here we will look for sensing. Motion. So points towards mouse. Then when we click somewhere, so this shark will move a 5 step. For that we have to use if condition. So that we will find in controls. If we touch somewhere, then this shark will also move a 5 step or 10 steps. For that we have to get the operator, the value, that is 5. Tick on this and enter the value 5 steps. So now this shark will move as per our finger touch. So this shark will touch nearby the mouse pointer. So for that we have to find the control to add it. So that is in motion. So this will distance to the mouse pointer. If the distance from mouse pointer, I'll just move this on left hand side, so it's clearly visible to all of you. So means when we clicked on this play button, so this will set the size of this shark to 50%. So it's reduce and make it small size. So then in forever loop, so this will, whenever we point with the mouse pointer, so this shark will also move the 5 steps. So for that we have to go for motion and take 5 steps. Click on the steps and enter the value 5. So now we will click on play button to check whether this is working or not. For this we will first of all open the full screen mode. So here is a shark. So I'll click on play button. So it's moved to top side. So when I click here, so it's moved. Click on. So as I click with my finger on the screen, so or you can touch with your mouse pointer, the fish will move along with that direction. So as you touch, So this shark will move as the direction given by you. So now this is the first stage for our game. So this is the shark. Now we have to add the fish. We have to click on stop and go back to our coding panel. Now we want the fishes in this sea. For that we have to add the fish sprite. Click on this button and search for fish. Click on search button and type fish. So here we have fish. So now you can see that fish is added into our game. So now here we have to write the code for this fish. Okay students, so now we will write the code for our second fish. So first of all, when we click on play button, so we will add that control. So when we clicked on it, so this fish's size is also we want to reduce. So then first of all we will go into the looks, and from here we will add the control to decrease the size of second fish. So change the size or set the size to 50%. Set size to 50. Next is that, so first of all, if in this sea only one fish is that, it's not possible. So we will add the control for to create the clone of this fish in this sea. So for that we have to take forever loop. Forever, this fish will create its own clones. For that we will click on this and then move to create clone. So event, then here we have added forever loop, then this fish will create their clone again and again after every 1 second. So now we will check the code, click on play button. So this fish size is also reduced, this is our shark, and it will create their clone again and again. So here we have another fishes. So that are creating their clone, but they are create their clone at the same location. So we have to move the clone to the next position. For that we will add the code for move statement. So now when we click on this play button, so this fish will create their clone, but they are creating their clone at the same place. So now we have to add the controls for that. So for that you can click on control panel and search for when I start as a clone. So when new fish clone is there, so it will move the 3 steps. For that we have added this forever loop and the move 3 steps. So now click on play button to check this. So this is our shark which is moving along with our finger, and this fish is creating their clone and they are moving to the other side, but they are going out from the frame. For that we will add the control when we touch the stage or when we touch the edges, so it's move back or rotate their directions. So we will click on stop button and now we will add the control. For that click on the second fish. So forever it's move 3 steps, but when it's touch the edge, so it rotate in other direction. Okay, so here we have added from the motion, if on edges, so it's bounce back. Click on play button to check this code. So this is our shark and this fish is creating their clone and they are moving 3 steps, and then when they touch the edges it bounce to the back rotation. So in this way they are creating the number of other fishes in sea. So here we will add some more code. So this fish is creating all the fishes from same place. So it will also change their place from anywhere when we click on this play button. And you can also see that all the fishes are going in same direction. Okay, so we will change their direction when they bounce. So for that, first of all, we have to take this point in direction. When I start clone, so it's start point in direction. Then we have to change the location of this. So for that, we will click here, turn the angle, but that angle we are going to choose a random angle. By default it's at the 50 degree. So for that you can go for the operator value, and from there you can choose the value, pick the random number from 1 to 15 or 1 to 10. So turn, pick a random angle from 1 to 10 degree or 1 to 15. So this way fish will start moving and create their clone at the different directions. So we will click on this play button again to check whether our code is working or not. Click on this play button so you can check that these fishes are start bouncing and they are creating their clone and they are moving in this sea at the different locations. Okay, so we have designed the game with the shark and fish. Now you can see that the background is completely white color. So we can change the background of this game. For that we have to click on background and then click on search button. So here you can see that underwater. Click on this. Here you will get the beautiful pictures or beautiful design, the animations for the background of your game or any other animation which you are going to create. So from here I am just select this underwater 2. So you can see that this is our game. I'll just open in large screen. So this is our game, it's our fish, this is shark. So when I click on play button, so it's creating the other clones and the shark is moving along with the touches. So when this shark touch any fish, the fish are going on. So they are just creating the other fishes. So now we have to write the code for this shark. When this shark will touch any other fish, it eats them. For that we have to move again back to the coding part. So for that here we have to get the if condition, if this shark touch this fish. For that is showing that we have to add the effect like it's eating them. For that we have get if condition, if this shark. Now we have to take the operator. So now here we have to write the code for this. If this shark touch this fish, so then it will eat that shark, eat that fish, and this shark will get a point. For that first we have to add the code here for scoring. For that click on my block and click on variable and make a variable. Type the name here for your variable name. Like we want to add the score, for that we will write the variable name as score and click on OK. So here is our score. But now we have to write the code for this. Means when this shark touch the fish, it will add the 1 point in our score. So for that means we have to change the value of this score by 1. For that we will click on here, change my variable by 1 if this shark touch any fish. So from here we will select score by 1. Now we will check this code is working or not. For that we will click on play button. I'll just open it in large screen. So here the fish is, and here we have shark. So as we move our finger, so it touched the fishes and our score is increasing. But after that the same fishes are same in our underwater or in our sea. So means we have to change the code, means when the shark touch any other fish, so it eats them. So we will write the code for that. For that it means we have to hide that fish. So when any shark, this shark will eat any fish, so it's hide them. For that we have to add the code here. So I'll stop this code and click on motion looks, so it will hide them. Click on this and add here hide and add the show control, so when it's cloned it's show them. So now we will check it again. Start in large screen, click on play button. So its initial score is 843, so it's not showing them. Means we need to do some correction in our code. Stop it and come back to our code again. So here we have added show, here we have added hide, but this hide comes under this section. If this touch a shark, this will hide them. So now click on play, so it's creating the shark. So these fishes are there and this shark is moving on the top area. So when it's touch any fish, so it's hide. So now our shark is start eating fishes. So you can also check that it's also increase our score. So we have to add the difficulty. Now these fishes, all are fishes in same color. So we have to add the code for that. So first we move back to the coding panel, stop this game. When you click on this costume, you can check that this fish has 4 costumes. So now we will write the code for that. So when this will clone a new fish, it will clone in new costume. For that we have to go for looks, switch to new costume, or you can select here the different color. Okay, so now we have to add the new costume when this will clone a new fish. So here we will add when it's create a new clone, so it's added the new costume. So now check the code. Open in full screen, click on play button. So you can see that when it's cloning, it's creating a new costume. So here our shark come and start eating the fish. The yellow fish, blue fish, other fishes. So it's start eating them. And you can see there its score is 875. It means it's store the previous result also. So means we have to change the code. Means when we start this program, it's initially set the value of score to 0. Move back to the variable and change set my variable at 0 when it's start. Select the variable name score. Click on again. Click on play button. So initial score is 0. And here the new fish is. So now our shark will come again and start eating the fishes. So eat one fish, 1 score. Second fish, 2 score. 3 score. And our score is keep increasing. So as we move our finger, as we move the mouse pointer, it start increasing the score as it eats the fishes. So now we will add some more control in this. Okay, so now we have added the costume to this fish. So when this fish create a new clone, जब भी ये fish नए नए clones create करेगी, तो it will change their costume. So let's see how it looks. So हम ये पूरी गेम को अपना फुल स्क्रीन पे पहले मूव ऑन करेंगे और आप ये भी चेक कर सकते हैं कि लाइक स्कोर इज एट इनिशियल पॉइंट इज 0. स्टार्टिंग में हमारा स्कोर जो है दैट इज 0. Now we will click on this play button. So here you can see that this fish create a clone in new costumes. So ये एक ऐसा पिक्चर बन रहा है हमारे पास, एक ऐसी एनिमेशन बन रही है कि जो हमारा अंडर वाटर सी है उसमें जो फिशेस हैं दे ऑल आर विद डिफरेंट कलर. सो वेयर इज आवर शार्क? हमारी शार्क कहाँ चली गई? उसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा. सो वी विल टच इन द मिडल. सो जैसे हम मिडल में टच करेंगे सो आवर शार्क विल पॉइंट टू दैट एरिया. सो अभी वी विल मूव दिस शार्क. सो जैसे जैसे ये शार्क मूव कर रही है it will touch the other fishes, catch the other fishes, and our score is increasing. So you can see that our score is again increasing to 42 and it's still increasing when this shark touched the fish. Now you can see that these all fishes are creating from one point. So if the player moves this shark at this initial position, then it will eat all the clones. And you can see that the pattern of these fishes is same. So now we will change the code so that we can show that this fish make its clone randomly on this side. So it will generate the new fish clone at the random location in this sea, and then this shark need to be moved to find the exact location of new fishes. And you can see that there is a pattern also changed for the other fishes in our sea. So let's change the code for the fish that created its clone at the new location. So we will move back to the small one position. So now you can see here that, so when I start a clone, so this fish will show point in direction at 90 degree. So this is a forever loop. Turn from the random position at the degree 1 to 10, move 3 steps. So if it edges the bounce, then it's if the shark touch, so we have complete this code. So now we will change the code for this fish. So this fish will create a new clone at the different location on our x-axis and in y-axis. Okay, so now we will add the code in this. When we click, so it start creating its clone. Okay, so now we have to change the location of this fish that creates its clone. So we will choose the location, means we will take this, go to, and in forever loop, go to x and y. So this is the initial position of this fish on this sea. Okay, so we will make all the fishes are created randomly from anywhere in location. So then we have to use random function along with the x and also from the y. But first we will make x as a static, means we want to enter all the fishes from this side, means from the left hand side or from the y axis into the C. So we will use the random function with y. So random function that is available in operator. So we will pick a random value for y, and that random value is from minus 180 to 180. Okay, so as you know that in x-axis and y-axis, so between the middle point next side is the minus value, and on the right hand side we have a positive value. So we will choose pick the value of y-axis from minus 180 to 180 as a positive value. So now let's see the change. So we will play this again in the full screen mode. Okay, and we will, when we click on this play button, so it start, initial value is 0. So now you can see that this fish is creating a clone from the random positions. So one is this, one is this, one is this. So they are creating their clone at the different locations. So we can also change one more thing in this. We will back to the code. So now in this, when it's turned at the random size is 1 to 10 degree. So you can increase this point value also, like 15. You can change this value and do the experiment and check how these values are changing from one to another. Okay, so we have changed the value. So now we will check in this screen at this time. So it's create a random, and you can also increase the angle greater than this value. For example, I just make it 44. Stop and to play to see the new change. So they are creating the new fish at the different locations, and so it will create a new picture. So in this way you can change these values as per your requirement. So you can check, आप सभी भी इन वैल्यूज़ को चेंज करके अलग अलग लोकेशंस के अकॉर्डिंगली कि हमारी फिश यहाँ पे बने, यहाँ पे बने, ये अभी सभी एक ही साइड पे रोटेट हो रही है. Okay, so we will change it again back to 10. So in this way you can change the angle, you can change these values as per your requirement and see how this looks. Next is that we want to make it more difficult, means कि this fish, this shark is keep eating the fishes and increasing the score. Now we want to make it more interesting, like we want to add the difficult level. So for example, we want to add one more type of a fish. Okay, so now you can see that we have changed the angle of the fish movement. So its a turning angle is changed from minus 10 to 10. So you can see that it's create a beautiful picture. So this animation is created in a very good way. So now this game is without any sound. It does not nice. So हमें इस गेम को अच्छा बनाने के लिए वो गेम ही क्या जिसमें साउंड ही ना हो. तो अभी हम क्या करेंगे, इस गेम के अंदर हम साउंड ऐड करेंगे कि जब भी हमारी जो शार्क है, जब भी वो किसी भी फिश को कैच करेगी तो इट विल प्रोड्यूस अ साउंड. So now we will move back to our coding part. So stop this game and move to coding one. So now here we have to add the code, means when this shark catch any fish, it also generate a sound. For that we will use the sound code. So we will use the code for sound. For example, we want to produce the sound like from here we can take a sound and here we will add, means when a shark touch, then it change the score and also play a sound. So here we have ocean wave sound, but we want to use some other sound, then you can choose that sound. So first of all, we will add that sound in this profile. So here we have only two sound. One is bubble sound. You can check and play it. Second sound is the wave sound. But now we want to add some interesting sound for our shark. कि when shark will catch the fish तो एक अच्छा सा sound आए. तो उसके लिए हम जाएंगे sound gallery में. For that we will click on this button, this icon, to add the sound. Like we want to add pop sound. So we will open this sound gallery that is already available in your Scratch software. On this website, this is already available. So you can play any sound and check. You can play any other way. So now we want to search for a sound like a pop type. So here we will type the word pop. So here we have two type of a pop sound. One is this, second is. So I'll just use this one sound, this pop sound in our picture. So we will check this sound again. So this is a sound. So now we will move back to our code part, and here we will select the sound pop sound. Now you can see that here we have three sound: bubble, wave and pop sound. So we will choose pop sound. Okay, so play the pop until done. Now we will play this game again. So now this is our shark, is a fish, and now when we move our point, so when this shark catch any fish, it play a sound pop. So आप कोई और साउंड भी रिकॉर्ड करके इसमें ऐड ऑन कर सकते हैं. आप अपने फ़ोन पे कोई साउंड रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं, अपनी खुद की वॉइस को रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं, और उसके बाद आप सेम उसी साउंड गैलरी के थ्रू अपना साउंड ऐड कर सकते हैं इस गेम के अंदर. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो साउंड हमें इस गेम के अंदर अवेलेबल है हम सिर्फ उसी को यूज़ करें, हम कोई और साउंड भी ऐड कर सकते हैं. सो यू कैन चेंज द साउंड, यू कैन चेक विच यू लाइक. जो आपको अच्छा लगे आप वो साउंड भी यूज़ करें. So now I'll stop this game and move back to the coding one. So हमने अभी तक क्या लर्न किया है? हमने एक फिश क्रिएट करना सीखा, एक शार्क क्रिएट करनी सीखी, और फिर उसके बाद हमने क्या ऐड किया? साउंड को ऐड कर लिया. अभी हम अगर इसकी जो शार्क है इसका अगर आप चेक करोगे तो सेम एक ही कॉस्ट्यूम है. जब भी वो किसी शार्क को, जब भी वो शार्क किसी भी फिश को कैच करती है तो उसका एक ही कॉस्ट्यूम आता है, ये वाला. अगर हमने इस शार्क को चेंज करना है कि उसको रियल लाइफ की तरह कि वो दूसरी कैच जो फिश हैं जब उनको कैच करती है उनको खा जाती है, तो हमें वो कॉस्ट्यूम यूज़ करना है, तो हम शार्क का दूसरा कॉस्ट्यूम भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. सो हियर वी हैव, यू कैन चेक विच आर द other costume which are available for our shark. This is the one, this is the second one. So अभी हम ये कोड इसमें ऐड करेंगे कि जब भी ये फिश दूसरे फिशेस को, जब भी ये शार्क दूसरी फिशेस को कैच करेगी तो इट विल ऑल्सो चेंज इट्स कॉस्ट्यूम टू दिस वन. हमारे पास एक और भी कॉस्ट्यूम है, ये वाला, जिसमें शार्क जब शाम हो गई घर चली गई सोने के लिए. बट जो हमारी शार्क है वो क्या है? हंग्री है. तो हम उसका ये वाला जो कॉस्ट्यूम है वो यूज़ करेंगे. सो हम इसको, नाउ वी विल मूव बैक टू द कोडिंग पार्ट, कि ये जो शार्क है हमारी ये उस कॉस्ट्यूम में कब चेंज होगी? कि जब भी ये किसी फिश को कैच करेगी. तो अभी हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि इसने अभी अपना जो कॉस्ट्यूम है वो चेंज करना है? सो वी विल ऐड द कोड फर्स्ट इन दिस फिश एंड देन वी विल राइट द कोड फॉर शार्क टू चेंज इट्स कॉस्ट्यूम. हियर वी विल ऐड द कोड, मीन्स कि जब भी ये शार्क यहाँ पे किसी भी फिश को कैच करेगी, सो इट विल क्रिएट अ ब्रॉडकास्ट मैसेज, एंड देन दैट ब्रॉडकास्ट मैसेज वी विल यूज इन शार्क टू चेंज इट्स कॉस्ट्यूम. So here we will choose a broadcast message. Here the first, this shark will touch the fish and then is change the score to 1. Then play the pop sound, means when that fish touch any other fish, then a shark will touch any fish, it produce a pop sound. Then it will broadcast a message. So now what is the broadcast message that we will add here? The new message. So here we have to type that. So this is a new message window. So here we will type the message that we want to generate or broadcast for our shark to change its costume. So here we will type that. So after typing the message, we will click on OK. So broadcast will generate a message, a shark touching fish. So now we will select our shark, and now we will add the code here when how this shark will change its costume. For that, here we will get that broadcast message from that way. From here we will check this one code. So when I receive shark touching a fish, so this will change its costume. So now this shark will change its costume. Like first is change the costume to the second, then it move back to the costume, again back to the this one costume. That is means A costume. So this will do it in a repeat. So here we will select this control. From here we will look for repeat. So here we will pick this repeat block and add with this when I receive shark touching a fish. So हम इसके साथ ऐड कर लेंगे और ये कितने बार रिपीट होगा, मीन्स 3 टाइम. So we will change this to 3. So now here we will add the look change panel. So it will change its look back to the costume. So it will change its costume. From here we will select change costume. So first this will switch the costume to B. A1 this one, B that is with open mouth, and C is that in sleeping mode. So we will change its costume to B. Now we will add a wait, means for 1 second or for 2 seconds, how much time we want to change its costume when we want to create the animation like this shark is eating the fish. So हमने उसको कितने टाइम के लिए रखना है, उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे wait का मैसेज ऐड कर देंगे. So it will wait for a second. So repeat this step 3 times. Switch costume to shark B and then it waits for 1 second. Now this will change its costume back to the first one. So we will switch the costume to A. Okay, so now we will check how our code is working. So this is the initial position. We will click on this play. So now you can see that this is our shark, and when it touch any fish, it opens its mouth, and then after 1 second it change back to the normal one. So fishes आ रही हैं, ये उनको eat कर रही है. तो इस तरह से जो हमारी शार्क है वो अपना जो माउथ है वो ओपन करती है, फिश खाती है और फिर उसके बाद अपना माउथ क्लोज कर लेती है. सो इस तरह से आप इसमें एनिमेशंस ऐड ऑन कर सकते हैं. नाउ वी विल ऐड मोर कंट्रोल्स, लाइक first we will stop this game and back to the coding part. Now here we have add the broadcast message, repeat, changes costume, back switch to the A position. Now we will add more, like this shark is only with one color. that is with blue color. Now we want to create its color with the other one methods, like is change its color to any other color. So we will use the first of all we will use the weight. So in control panel we will use this weighting. So it's wait for 1 second and then we want to show that the color it will change. For that we will click on look again. So यहाँ look से हम क्या change करेंगे, इसका color. तो कलर चेंज करने के लिए यहाँ पे हम जाएंगे that change color effect by 25. So we will also you can use the another value for this. Now let's see how this code is working. So move back to the big screen. So now this is the new color of fish. So we will click on play button to see how it's work. So every time when this shark eat a fish, it changes color. So when the fish come to our shark, so it's changing their color. So जो हमारी fish है वो हर time हर एक fish खाने के बाद एक नए color में आ जाती है. Okay, so after adding these things, so now our score is 265. So now we will add some difficulty for us, our player. So हम जो हमारे players हैं उनकी जो difficulty है उसको increase करेंगे. ठीक है, उससे पहले एक और चीज़ हमने change करनी है. Like जो हमारा fish है उसके जो costume change हो रहे हैं, जैसे कि A to B, B से A, और जैसे ही हमारा जो score है वो 0 हो तो उस टाइम पे हम इसमें थोड़े से और ऐड ऑन करेंगे. फर्स्ट यहाँ पे हम लुक में चेंज करेंगे कि क्लियर ग्राफिक के इफेक्ट, कि जब भी हमारा स्कोर 0 हो जाएगा तो उसके बाद ये साथ में जो ग्राफिक्स है जब भी हम गेम को स्टॉप करेंगे तो उस टाइम पे ये जो ग्राफिक्स हमारे चेंज हुए थे उनको वापस क्लियर कर दे. एक चीज़ और आपने नोट की होगी कि जो हमारी शार्क है उसका इनिशियल पॉइंट में ही बी कॉस्ट्यूम आ जाता है, तो उसको भी हम सेट करेंगे कि जो हमारी फिश है वो उसका स्टार्टिंग में जो कॉस्ट्यूम है वो उसका हमेशा ए होना चाहिए. सो हम यहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे कि व्हेन आई क्लिक, सो इट्स सेट द साइज ऑफ फिश टू 50% एंड ऑल्सो चेंज द कॉस्ट्यूम टू ए, कि जब भी हमारी ये गेम स्टार्ट होगी तो इसका जो हमारी शार्क है उसका जो कॉस्ट्यूम है इनिशियल पोजीशन पे दैट इज ए. So we have added this. So now we will add the difficulty for this. जो हमारी शार्क है वो फिश को खा रही है, अब शार्क को भी थोड़ा सा डर देना है. So we will add one more thing. So here we will add one more, that is we are going to add crab. So जब भी ये केकड़ा देखेगी तो ये डरेगी. So हम वापस से स्प्राइट मोड में जाएंगे, वहाँ से ऐड करेंगे और फिर यहाँ पे हम सर्च करेंगे क्रैब के लिए. सो वी विल टाइप द वर्ड क्रैब. सो ये आ गया हमारा क्रैब. सो वी विल ऐड दिस. सो नाउ वी विल ऐड द कोड फॉर दिस क्रैब. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सो व्हेन आई क्लिक प्ले, सो मीन्स so when event start, when we click on this start button, so again we will do the some settings, like it will reduce the size of this crab. So this crab is too much large, and also we will add the code to change its position from one to another. And also when our shark will touch this crab, so it's change the score back to 0. So let's do that code for our crab here. So now we will select the code for our crab. So first of all we have set the size to 50%. Now when this crab touch this fish, so we have to add the code, means it do again and again, means when this crab touch the shark or shark touch this crab, it set the score to 0. So this is the repetition mode. So we will go in controls and use forever. So forever, first we will add the steps for movement of this crab. So we will use again in the motion control. So this crab will start moving 5 steps. So move 5 steps. Secondly, if this crab touches the bounce, this crab touches the edges, is bounce back in our code. So we will add that. So if on edge, it's bounce. So now we will check our code again. Open in large screen, start play button. So initial score is 0. So this crab is moving and strike with the edge and bounce. So you can see that this is doing it again and again only at the center part. So we will change the rotation of this crab from one to another method. So we will stop the code and move to the coding one. So here we will add or change the direction of this crab. So point in direction, we will change back to the 40. So I'll just change to the 45 degree. So this will change its position. So now this is moving all over the screen. I'll just open it in. So now this crab is moving from one to another location in all direction. So it's covering the entire area on the sea. So this is done for the crab. So crab is moving in all direction. Our fish is moving along with our finger point. When we touch somewhere, it's move along with our mouse pointer. Okay, and our fish is creates clone, and that is moving all over the sea. So now when this shark touch the crab, then it set the score to 0. So we will add for that code in this forever loop. So here we will move in if events. So from here we will take if. So here if this shark touch. So here we will take sensing. From here touching. माउस पॉइंटर नो शार्क. सो यहाँ पे हम क्या सिलेक्ट करेंगे, शार्क 2 जो हमारी शार्क है. जैसे ही जो हमारा क्रैब है वो शार्क को टच करेगा तो उस टाइम पे हमने क्या करना है, जो हमारा स्कोर है उसको चेंज करना है टू द 0. सो फ्रॉम हियर वी विल यूज सेट score 0. So now let's check the code whether it's working or not. So this is our shark. So it's initial at 0. So now shark is moving along with our finger and catch the fish. Score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when it's this strike with the crab, and you can see that score is again starting from 0. So we will strike again with the crab, check the score. So we have to catch this crab. So you can see that it's 0 again. So now we have added the difficulty for our shark. So it's set the score again 0. So now we will add more things in our code for this shark. So now you can see that when this shark touch with this crab, it set the score 0, and we have to add the waiting time for the shark, means it move away from that crab. So we will use a wait control. So from here we will use wait for 1 second. So in this way we will add a timing for this. So now you can see that this is our game at the initial position. We will stop this and play it again. So now initial score is 0, and this fish is creating the random positions, एड इन रैंडम कॉस्ट्यूम। तो ये फिश अलग अलग फिशेस को क्लोन कर रही है और अलग अलग पोजीशंस पे जा रही है, ठीक है। और ये हमारा जो क्रैब है वो पूरे सी में घूम रहा है, ठीक है। सो अभी हम अपनी फिश को लेके आते हैं, वो कैच करेगी, कलर चेंज हो रहा है, जैसे वो किसी फिश को कैच कर रही है तो उसका कलर चेंज हो। सो जैसे ही हमारी जो शार्क है वो इस क्रैब के साथ स्ट्राइक करती है तो वो हमें 1 सेकंड का टाइम देता है उससे दूर जाने के लिए। और जैसे जैसे हमारी जो शार्क है वो दूसरी फिश को खा रही है और उसी के साथ साथ हमारा स्कोर भी इंक्रीज हो रहा है, ठीक है। तो इस तरह से आप भी बहुत सारी गेम्स हैं वो डिजाइन कर सकते हैं यूजिंग दिस स्क्रैच प्रोग्रामिंग। तो आप हमारे साथ बने रहिए, जुड़े रहिए, ऐसी ही और गेम्स को लर्न करने के लिए, ऐसे ही प्रोग्रामिंग कोडिंग को लर्न करने के लिए कि किस तरह से आप एक गेम के साथ साथ लर्न भी कर रहे हैं कोडिंग करना। तो कोडिंग विद फन गेम्स। सो हम आपको ऐसे ही गेम्स सिखाते रहेंगे, आप हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए एंड शेयर कीजिए। थैंक यू, हैव अ नाइस डे।